Session 6 is one of my favorites. I think we get to provide feedback to all of the participants in the training, and it's this 360-degree feedback where we get them to go back and inquire with people they've worked with, build relationships around 21 different competencies, and we collect that information and we provide them with that feedback, letting them know which competencies they really excel at and which competencies they need to develop and grow. There's an opportunity for us to talk about perception in this and what competencies those individuals believe they do well, and others think, well, you can still develop a little bit more, and those that they're just not as self-confident with. So the 360 is a real opportunity to not only let them know what they do well, but also how to develop into the future. And what we do then is provide them with an individual development plan. Because I think the truth of these trainings is this. We can provide them with a lot of information over the 6 sessions, but to believe that they are done with their leadership journey at that point, I think would honestly be a little bit silly. I think what we want to do is talk about this continued learning and how do you set up a plan over the next year, over the next 3 years to continue to develop your leadership and your leadership effectiveness. Session 6 really draws on everything that we talked about in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth training sessions. We talk about self-awareness, getting to know yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses. We talk a little bit about how do others see you in a team environment. Certainly communication comes into play where we talk about how do you not only get the communication others are giving you from a feedback style, but how do you communicate that you've learned this feedback and that you want to change? And then finally, how do you not only take into account conflict resolution, but then changing that process? So you had some conflict around, I thought I was good at this and I'm not as good as I thought I was. How do I change that? And then ultimately, how do I lead change for myself and the perceptions of others in session 6?